Hey, Gadget Groupies, checking in on some home network improvements I made a couple months ago and giving you the scoop on a longer-term look at some really cool Wi-Fi gear. We're talking about, if I can reach it down here, the Eero Mesh Wi-Fi system. So my full disclosure, this Eero was a sponsor on the Pocket Now podcast a couple months back. They sent over a kit for us to play with, wanted us to do sort of a longer-term review on what it's like to use Mesh Wi-Fi, and here are the results. Not entirely sure what to do with this box. It's a little too long for me to keep using it as a prop. Getting the basics out of the way, Mesh Wi-Fi is the evolution of a lot of these wireless extending technologies that haven't really worked well for us in our household. It's funny, we keep moving into apartments, into condos that are either way too long for a single router or our two-story, and then it's difficult to get Wi-Fi from an office all the way down to the living room or from the living room all the way up to the bedroom. So we've had to employ these different strategies to try and keep our entire home blanketed in Wi-Fi. The best I could come up with for an inexpensive yet inelegant solution was to employ a dual router strategy, using one router in a slave mode just to replicate the network and having two physical units at opposite ends of our condo. The main unit for all of our TV streaming, the absolutely excellent Linksys WRT 3200 ACM, a $250 router, which is an excellent performer. It's a fantastic performer, but just not quite enough oomph. For the upstairs, I was just using the gut rot modem router combo device that was supplied by our cable provider. It's proper terrible. Eero has replaced all of that mess for me with a single Wi-Fi network spread throughout the house and with much better signal coverage throughout the entire condo and even back into the garage and out on our front lawn. For the home Wi-Fi system kit, you get a base station with 2 Ethernet ports and then 2 satellites that you can place throughout the home, and an app on your phone will help you tailor fit your Wi-Fi network, make sure those beacons have a clear line of sight to your base station, and they'll also run speed tests for you through that app just to make sure you're getting all of the bandwidth you're paying for through your cable provider. Right now, Mesh Wi-Fi solutions are all about simplicity. These are not advanced networking solutions. These are getting consumers up and running with a pretty sophisticated network, but in as close to a plug and play fashion as possible. And I would say Eero is completely successful in that regard. The entire setup process, getting the satellites connected to the base station, making sure that we were getting good signal through our cable provider, was about a half hour. And what took the longest during the setup was actually our bedroom satellite, because there's just a lot of interference in the way that our hallways are constructed, so we had to mount that up higher just to have a better line of sight with the base station. And again, the app actually did a great job of sort of running you through the process of getting that optimized for your location. It's just kind of funny that right now, this is not the cleanest look. We'll probably have to find something a little better than just propping it up on top of a dirty bookshelf, but it's where we're getting the best signal throughput for when we're streaming Netflix in bed. And just like other IoT devices, your Internet of Things, Wi-Fi enabled cameras or thermostats, it is kind of nice being able to check in on the network or get alerts about the network directly to my phone. If I'm at a trade show in Europe and I want to see what my Wi-Fi is doing, I absolutely can jump in and at least get a sneak peek. That's actually kind of nice, especially if I'm traveling and Marie's at home and she's having a problem. Maybe I can get just that little extra bit of information to help her troubleshoot what's going on. Like I mentioned before, Mesh Wi-Fi is more sophisticated than the signal range extenders that we've used in the past. The second you set one of those up, you can pretty much count on your Wi-Fi speeds getting cut in half. As long as you're within some sort of triangulated blanket between base station and satellite, your Wi-Fi speeds are significantly faster than if you were using a repeater. But even if I'm at the farthest range of one of my satellites, say I'm out on the front lawn, I'm still getting ever so slightly better than half my normal data speed, my normal data download. So this is still doing a better job than a normal dumb repeater. So we do have a couple downsides. First of all, I really wish that the base station had more Ethernet ports. We've been running a pretty aggressive mix of cabled devices on our home network. Not only my PC, my main desktop workstation where I'm doing a ton of video rendering. I don't want to be uploading videos over Wi-Fi for that. I want the fastest throughput, the most consistent cabled throughput that I can have. So by itself, that would take up the one additional Ethernet port, but we also have network attached storage and a network connected printer. So in addition to the Eero Home Wi-Fi system, you still need to run some kind of additional router. Funnily, I have this really gorgeous Linksys WRT 3200 ACM, which it really isn't doing anything at the moment, so it's currently a slave device just for those extra Ethernet ports. And the other issue we've got to talk about might be a bummer for some people. Mesh Wi-Fi is a very new technology, which means these systems are a little on the pricier side. The Eero Home Wi-Fi system with a base unit and 2 satellites is going to run you $399. Obviously, it's going to be up to the consumer whether that ease of setup, that simplicity, and that network management is of value for them. If your home is a smaller floor plan or you don't have to worry about multiple stories, Mesh Wi-Fi is going to be overkill for what you need to do. I'd highly recommend investing good money in a very good router for that kind of a situation. Again, maybe something like my Linksys. If you start expanding your real estate, you start expanding your surface area, or you have to add, different stories to the equation, Mesh Wi-Fi starts to make a lot of sense for cleaning up your network management. Personally, I'm not going back. This works so well for the problems that we faced in 2 different apartments and condos here in Southern California. Traditional Wi-Fi solutions or traditional Wi-Fi setups, especially single router solutions, have never been sufficient for what we've had to deal with. Eero completely solved, in a very short period of time, our main network management issues. That is, after we added some additional Ethernet ports to the equation. Folks, if you want more information on Eero's home Wi-Fi system, their mesh networking system, I've got a link down below this video and another link where you can shop the Eero home Wi-Fi system. Again, clicking on that link will support production on this channel. As always, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe here for my future gadget coverage. I'm still producing videos over on pocketnow.com for smartphones, tablets, and wearables. I have my video series, my movie review series back up on vid.me, where you can catch all of the classic movie reviews from movies you may have missed. And I also have to throw it out there, I am now the co-host of Newegg Now at Newegg Studios. I'm doing a show with Trisha Hirschberger. We're having a lot of fun putting together some really great deals. We were doing huge sales on graphics cards and gaming PCs, and we're going to be doing some really exciting challenges coming up soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that coverage over there. Follow me around the socials and the internet as @SomeGadgetGuy, and I will catch you all on the next review.